This is the 2026 Toyota RAV4. We're going deeper, under the hood, beneath the body, inside the hybrid system, and through the features that actually matter if you're thinking about buying one. So what exactly are you getting? And is this the right SUV for you? From the outside, the RAV4 continues to follow the formula that made it one of the most recognizable compact SUVs on the road. But the latest design gives that familiar shape a more modern and assertive identity. Size is an important part of the appeal. A compact SUV has to offer enough interior and cargo space for family use, without becoming unnecessarily difficult to maneuver in everyday traffic. That balance between exterior dimensions, wheelbase, ground clearance, and cabin packaging affects almost everything we're about to see. Open the hood, and this is where the story becomes more interesting. Rather than relying on a conventional gasoline drivetrain alone, the hybrid powertrain combines an internal combustion engine with electric assistance and the supporting electronics needed to manage the system. But looking at the engine bay only tells part of the story, because several of the most important hybrid components are located elsewhere in the vehicle. To understand how the system works, we need to look underneath the body. Energy doesn't simply travel from one engine directly to four wheels. Depending on driving conditions, the vehicle can manage gasoline power, electric assistance, battery energy, and regenerative braking as parts of one integrated system. Under acceleration, electric assistance can work alongside the gasoline engine. When the vehicle slows, regenerative braking can recover some energy that would otherwise be lost and return it to the battery. But a powertrain is only as useful as the structure supporting it. Underneath is the structural architecture that ties together the powertrain, suspension, passenger compartment, and major mounting points. At each corner, the suspension has to manage wheel movement while maintaining tire contact and controlling what reaches the cabin. And ultimately, every acceleration, steering, and braking input reaches the road through four relatively small tire contact patches. Now put the body back on, because this is where engineering has to become something you can actually live with. Step inside and the priorities change. For an owner, a good cabin isn't just about how impressive it looks on day one, it's about how easily everything works on day 1000. The cockpit places driving information directly ahead, while the central display becomes the main interface for navigation, media, and vehicle functions. Physical controls still matter too, especially for functions you may want to adjust quickly without spending too much time looking away from the road. And materials here need to balance perceived quality with the durability expected from a daily use family SUV. Technology is now a major part of the ownership experience, but screen size alone doesn't determine whether a system is actually good to use. What matters is clear information, logical controls, and quick access to the functions you use most. Charging access, device storage, and connectivity may sound like small details, but they're exactly the things owners interact with every day. And available camera and parking assistance technology can make maneuvering easier, especially when space becomes tight. If this is going to be a family SUV, however, the front seats are only half the equation. Rear seat practicality starts with something simple: how easily passengers can get in and out. Once inside, knee room, foot space, and headroom matter more than a single specification on paper, especially when adults will be sitting here for longer journeys. And depending on configuration, features such as rear amenities and a panoramic roof can make the second row feel brighter and more accommodating. Then there's cargo space, and this is where shape can matter just as much as total volume. Fold the rear seat backs, and passenger space becomes a longer load area for larger or more awkward items. Numbers can be difficult to visualize, so familiar objects give a better sense of what the space means in everyday life: luggage, groceries, and the kind of family gear owners actually carry. Safety technology increasingly works in the background. Forward sensing and camera-based systems can help the vehicle recognize relevant road information and potential hazards. On the highway, available assistance can help manage following distance and support lane positioning under appropriate conditions. And when traffic ahead changes suddenly, warning and braking assistance systems may help the driver respond. But these systems assist. they do not remove the driver's responsibility. All of that brings us back to what matters most: how the complete vehicle works together on the road. The hybrid approach is designed around useful everyday response rather than chasing sports car performance. Likewise, the goal through a corner isn't maximum aggression. It's predictable behavior, controlled body movement, and suspension that can deal with real roads. For the buyer, this vehicle targets ease of use, comfort, and confidence are likely to matter far more often than outright speed. So after looking at the RAV4 from the outside, underneath the body, inside the cabin, and through the way its major systems work, who does it actually make sense for? Its strongest argument is balance. An efficiency-focused hybrid powertrain, useful passenger and cargo flexibility, modern technology, and a package designed around everyday life. There are still reasons to choose carefully. Equipment can vary significantly by trim. Pricing will determine the real value proposition, and buyers looking for a genuinely performance-focused SUV may want something with a different character. But if your priorities are efficiency, practicality, family usability, and easy everyday ownership, the 2026 RAV4 presents a compelling all-round package to consider. Not because it needs to be exceptional at one thing, but because it aims to do almost everything a daily SUV needs to do well. Would you buy one? Tell us yes or no, and more importantly, why, in the comments. And subscribe for more deep dive car reviews.